Mark Lensel. When I perform, I'm a spoken word artist. I'm Mark G. You can call me Mark G. I was 19 years old when I was drafted in 1966. And so I was drafted and was going to have 2 years of active duty. And once I got into the military, I volunteered to be a paratrooper. I jump out of airplanes. I'm airborne qualified. And then when I was sent to Vietnam, I volunteered for the 25th Infantry Division Pathfinder Detachment and was accepted into that and served the majority of my time in Vietnam with the Pathfinder Detachment for the 25th Infantry.
My actual name is Abdullah Wariz, but everyone calls me Papa Bear. It was just Bear until I started taking care of homeless people, which I'm homeless, but I have extra food or a little bit of money that, I need it, but I see others need it, I give it to them. So the Papa got onto it. So I'm Papa Bear. I'll be 61 years old this year, 18 months in Vietnam, 2 years in the Marine Corps, also 3 years in the Army, fighting for this country. I want your government to do what they're supposed to do. Take care of us guys who went over there, volunteered. I didn't get drafted. My country said fight, I went. I volunteered. I went in the Marines, the hardest.
When I was serving in the military.
Okay, my name is Bruce Allison, staff writer of For Poor Magazine, Poverty Scholar, and Elder Scholar. I got this nice letter in the mail. Please report to the Oakland Induction Center and such and such a date. Failure to report can cost you 20 years in jail for desertion of duty. So as a coward and also at the time, a big hawk, I went. From there, I went to Fort Ord, California for basic training.
Very deeply, very profoundly. I learned a great deal about myself. I learned a great deal about human beings, about the human condition. And I learned about American imperialism in a very direct, practical way. You might say we were the tip of the javelin of U.S. imperialism in Vietnam. And as such, experienced the ferocity and the brutality and the murderousness of the system that we live with and how it
had to work. And my job was to take out the enemy, search and right to kill. I did over 200 personally, hand-to-hand, knife, whatever, any way possible I could do, I did. And I started enjoying it. And that's sick. Okay? But I felt being able to take a person's existence off this planet like that made me a god, which is also sick. I want to get off these streets. Okay? I want your government to do what they're
impacted you.
Okay, it made me mad. Turned a huge hawk into a giant dove by seeing cities, little villages and hamlets being blown up in front of my face, being sprayed by my own forces with the Agent Orange, the chemical stuff, forbidden to legally marry a woman I love that I had a child with. She died in a relocation camp.
You know, a lot of young people today feel that they have no choice in life, feel that they're trapped, either in their small rural community, in the ghetto in a city. They have no money, they have limited education, they have no resources, you know, and they feel trapped. And and so very often young people, you know, hearing the benefits of military service and the education and job training that they can get, you know, it sounds good to them, and they think that it can help their lives. And so I try to be sensitive, you know, to things, because, you know, young people who are trapped or are feeling trapped have to have support, and I can't just be saying how they should live their lives or what they should do, not being in their situation. But in general, I try to tell young people that the recruiters lie, that that's all they do, that even if they're telling you something that's factual, they're lying, because they're using it in some kind of manipulative way to achieve their own goals. I have absolutely no concern about you whatsoever. I would say try and find another way to support yourself. Try and find another way to get out of the trap that you feel your life is in.
I'm very dissatisfied with this country, and one thing I would advise you to do is not go into service.
Okay, first, don't believe the hype that any advertisement or any recruiting sergeant tells you. You will not be put into a job of your choice. You usually will end up being a grunt or a truck driver or something. And if you're Latino or black, 97% chance of being a grunt. A grunt is a frontline soldier. If you knew that ahead of time, I give you my blessing. If you don't, do not follow the hype. Basic training is hell for 6 weeks. They take away all your civil rights. Your mother, your father, your God is your drill instructor for the 6 weeks you're in basic training. And then when you go for advanced training, the other sergeant is your what I previously said. And when you get out of the military, the Veterans Administration treats you like shit on the stick.